Morning and Jai Hind everyone. So today we start from trigonometric equation. Okay.
Good morning and Jai Hind, sir.
So in previous classes you study about the trigonometric functions and also so many identities and the concept about all that. And so what do you mean by trigonometric equation? So no doubt as the word here it is given trigonometric equation. So no doubt an equation involving trigonometric function of an unknown real number, of an unknown real number, suppose that is x, okay, is called trigonometric equation. For example, if you are saying cos x is equal to 1 by 2, so that is also trigonometric equation. And yes, cos x is equal to sine 2x, etc. Okay, so there are so many different types of trigonometric equations, and here you learn to solve that type of trigonometric equation. So there are two types of solutions here. Okay, so first you write about trigonometric equation. So write it. I explain about it. I dictate it to you. Write it. An equation involving, yes, right, an equation involving trigonometric functions of an unknown real number is called trigonometric equation. An equation involving trigonometric functions of an unknown real number is called trigonometric equation. For example, cos x is equal to 1 upon 2, cos x is equal to sine 2x, etc. So all they are known as trigonometric equation. So the solution of any trigonometric equation, there are two types of solution. So there are so many values or the angle for you have the same value. There are so many angles which have the same value for trigonometric functions. Understand? So you can also say that yes, it have infinite solution, unlimited solutions are there. But if your solution lying between 0 to 2 pi means the complete rotation 0 to 2 pi, so all that type of solutions are known as principal solutions. Okay, so here you study about two types of solutions. One is principal solution and the other is general solution. Understand? So first you write heading principal solution. Yes, right, principal solution.
Max.
So you write about principal solution. So if the solution of any trigonometric equations from 0 to 2 pi, so that means in the complete one rotation, okay, so that type of solution is known as principal solution. So note it. The solution of trigonometric equation, lying between 0 to 2 pi, lying between 0 to 2 pi, write in this way also, x greater or equal to 0 and less or equal to 2 pi are called principal solution, and the solution and a solution generalized by means of periodicity is called general solution. called general solution. So here I discuss it one by one. Okay. So how you find the principal solution or the general solution? So for general solution, you have that means formulas. So first you note the formula for general solution, and then we trying to solve one by one each of the questions based on it. Okay. So you write it general solution. So in general solution, your first formula is sine x is equal to 0. Sine x is equal to 0. If sine x is equal to 0, right, then x is equal to n pi. X is equal to n pi. Here n is an integer. Understand? So write it. Sine x is equal to 0, then x is equal to n pi. Second one, cos x is equal to 0, then x is equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. 2n plus 1 pi by 2. Third, if tan x is equal to 0, then x is equal to n pi. So here the formula is only in terms of sine, cos and tan. Understand? So note it. If sine x and tan x are 0, so its general solution is x is equal to n pi, and if cos x is equal to 0, then x is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. So here you have the result when sine x, cos x and tan x and all that equal to 0. Now what happens if the value of sine, cos and tan are other than 0? Means it has some angle, means other than 0. In that case, what the formula, what is the formula for general solution? You wrote it, note it. Yes, right. If sine x is equal to not 0, but that is equal to sine alpha. If sine x is equal to sine alpha, then x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 to the power n alpha. Minus 1 to the power n alpha. You learned all that formula. If sine x is equal to sine alpha, then x is equal to n pi plus minus 1 to the power alpha. Cos x is equal to cos alpha, then x is equal to 2n pi plus minus alpha. 2n pi plus minus alpha. And sixth one, if tan x is equal to tan alpha, then x is equal to n pi plus alpha. And your seventh formula is same for all that three. Means if sine square x is equal to sine square alpha, or cos square x is equal to cos square alpha, or you have tan square x is equal to tan square alpha, then x is equal to n pi plus minus alpha. N pi plus minus alpha. So here you have 7 formulae for finding the general solution of the trigonometric equation. So what you do, if you have any equation, trigonometric equation, so first of all you trying to reduce that equation in a form of factor. Understand? And one by one, with the help of factor, you trying to find the value of x. Okay, by using all that formula which we matched to that factor, you put it there and write your result in terms of n. That means here you see all the formula are related to n here. So all that formulas, that means results, are known as general result. Okay, Now putting the values of n, you have n numbers of solutions for the trigonometric equations. Understand? So you note that, and yes, we're trying it. Okay, so write question based on it. Note it. Okay, beta. So note करो इसको. Next question. Find the principal solution of the following equations. Find the principal solution of the following equations. Principal solution of the following equation. Okay. So for finding the principal solution of any equation, one thing, again I recall you the concept. Here you have a quadrant. So for any angle which lying in first quadrant, no problem for that. Okay. And if the same angle lying in second quadrant, so for second quadrant, what you do, you always applying pi minus alpha. For third quadrant, you applying pi plus alpha. For fourth quadrant, you applying 2 pi minus alpha. Understand? So in this way, you can very easily find the value of principal solution of any given trigonometric equation. Understand? And for first quadrant, you write alpha as it is. No problem. You write this rule and just see with the help of example, and no doubt it is very easy to find the principal solution of a trigonometric equation. So step by step, you automatically learn how you find the principal solution and its general solution. Okay. So note it. So your first question is, here it is given sine x is equal to 1 upon 2. And you have to find the principal solution of this. Sine x is equal to 1 by 2. Now just you see, here you see that the value of sine x is positive. And you well know, sine x is positive in two quadrants, in first quadrant and in second quadrant. Understand? Sine x is positive in first quadrant and in second quadrant. So as the rule I discuss here, for first quadrant, you write the angle as it is. For second quadrant, what you do, you have to write pi minus alpha. And now see, 1 by 2 here, here you have 1 by 2, and sine pi by 6, that means 30 degree is 1 by 2. So you can write it as sine pi by 6, that is in first quadrant. And you can also make it in second quadrant also, because in second quadrant sine is also positive. So you can write sine pi minus pi by 6 in second quadrant. For second quadrant, what you write, sine pi by 6, that is in first quadrant. And here you can write for second quadrant sine pi minus pi by 6, and simplifying it, so you have sine pi by 6, and here you have sine 5 pi by 6. So what about x? So the value of x is here pi by 6 and 5 pi by 6. That is your principal solution. Yes, that is principal solution. Note it. So for finding the principal solution, first you check its quadrants, in which quadrants it lies. Understand? As per the sign of the value. Understand? And yes, as per rule, you move that function to that particular quadrant, comparing it, and you will have the value of x. And that values of x are the principal solution of function. Now, in the same way, Your second question. Sin x is equal to minus root 3 by 2. Minus root 3 by 2. You know, first you are not seeing here, that means negative value. Only you, first you see its positive value. Understand? So first you think about root 3 by 2, not negative. So root 3 by 2 is the value of sine pi by 3, means sine 60 degree. You value. Pi by 3. Now here you have negative value. Now decide its quadrants. In which quadrant it lies when its value is negative? So you have third quadrant and fourth quadrant. Means what?
Third and fourth.
Yes. So it lying in third quadrant and fourth quadrant. And as per rule, for third quadrant you have to write pi plus alpha, and for fourth quadrant you write 2 pi minus alpha. And here what is the value of alpha? Pi by 3. Pi by 3 means the value of root 3 by 2. So the value of root 3 by 2 is pi by 3. Now what you write for third quadrant, you have to write pi sine pi plus pi by 3. That be in third quadrant. And for fourth quadrant, you have to write sine 2 pi minus pi by 3. Simplifying it and comparing, you have the value of x, that are principal value. So I think it will be very easy to finding the principal value of any function. So simplifying it, so that is sine 4 pi by 3, and here you have sine 3 to the 6, 5 pi by 3. That is 5 pi by 3. So simplifying it, so x is equal to 4 pi by 3 and 5 pi by 3. 4 pi by 3 and 5 pi by 3 is its principal value. I think it be clear.
Yes.
Yes. In the same way, write third question and told me what is your answer. Understand? I am waiting for you. So write cos x is equal to 1 by root 2. Cos x is equal to 1 upon root 2. Find its principal value. Solve the result and told me what is your answer. Cos x is equal to 1 by root 2. Anyone?
Sir, x equal to pi by 4 or 7 pi by 4?
X is equal to pi by 4 and 7 pi by 4. Yes, correct.
7 pi by 5.
Pi by 4.
Yes, pi by 4 and 7 pi by 4. Okay, yes, correct. So write it. Here you have cos x is equal to 1 by root 2. Understand, this positive value. And cos x is positive in first quadrant and fourth quadrant. And 1 by root 2 is the value which angle have the value 1 by root 2. So your answer is pi by 4. So you can write cos pi by 4. And when it is in fourth quadrant, so you can write cos 2 pi minus pi by 4. Okay, so simplifying it, cos pi by 4, and here you have cos 7 pi by 4. Comparing it, so you have x is equal to pi by 4 and 7 pi by 4. Yes, that is your principal value. Yes, in the same.
सारे देखने
Okay, so right, next question. Sec x is equal to 2. Sec x is equal to 2. Yes, trying to solve it up. Sec x is equal to 2.
sec pi by 3 और sec pi by 3.
Pi by 3 and
sec 5 pi by
5
okay, correct. Pi by 3 and 5 pi by 3. Yes, correct. Absolutely correct. Okay, again you see the quadrant. Sec x is positive in fourth quadrant and first quadrant. So 2 is the value of sec pi by 3. So you can write sec pi by 3, and for fourth quadrant you can write 2 pi minus pi by 3. Simplifying, sec pi by 3, and here you write sec 5 pi by 3. So on comparing, you have x is equal to pi by 3 and 5 pi by 3. So that is your principal solution. Now next, cot x is equal to minus root 3. Cot x, right? Cot x is equal to minus root 3. First, you're ignoring negative sign and check which angle of cot have the value root 3. So cot 30, that means pi by 6. So cot pi by 6 is root 3. Now here you have negative value. Now check in which quadrant cot is negative. So in second quadrant and fourth quadrant, cot is negative. So move to that angle in second quadrant and fourth quadrant. That gives your principal solution. And told me what is your answer.
Sir, 5 pi by 6 and 11 pi by 6.
Yes, correct. Yes, correct. 5 pi by 6 and 11 pi by 6. Okay, just you listen, all of you. What you do actually, here you have negative sign. First of all, you ignore it. Only you check which value of cot have the value root 3. Which angle have the value root 3. So your answer is pi by 6. Cot of pi by 6 is 1 by, that means root 3, sorry. So then you check its sign. In which quadrant cot is negative. So your answer is second quadrant and fourth quadrant. So you move it. So cot in second quadrant, so you write pi minus pi by 6. In fourth quadrant, so you write cot 2 pi minus pi by 6. And simplifying that, you will have your answer. So cot 5 pi by 6, and here you have cot 12 minus 1, that is 11 pi by 6. So comparing x is equal to 5 pi by 6 and 11 pi by 6 is your answer. So that is your principal value. So here you see that means the finding, the method to find the principal value of the function. Sometimes the word principal value is not given, and the question is asked in such a way that solve trigonometric equation, whatever way given trigonometric equation, for x greater or equal to 0 and less or equal to 2 pi. Okay, so that we understood. So if your solution lies between 0 to 2 pi, that is what? That is the principal solution. Okay, so you write that. Yes, right. Next question. Solve 2. Yes, right. Solve 2 tan square x. 2 tan square x plus sec square x is equal to 2. Question. Solve 2 tan square x plus sec square x is equal to 2 for x greater or equal to 0, less or equal to 2 pi. X greater or equal to 0, less or equal to 2 pi. So what you do, you have to convert it in one trigonometric function. Here you have a term of tan and sec. So you convert it in tan. Okay. So 2 tan square x plus sec square x can be written 1 plus tan square x, that is equal to 2. So you have 2 tan square x and 3 tan square x. 3 tan square x is equal to 1. You have 3 tan square x is equal to 1, or tan square x is equal to 1 upon 3. So tan x can be written plus minus
1 upon root 3.
plus minus 1 by root 3. Plus minus both. So here you have two cases. One, when you take x is equal to 1 by root 3, means positive value, and 1 by root 3 is the value of tan pi by 6, means if you are taking positive value, so no doubt tan lying in first quadrant and third quadrant. In the same way, you are checking it for negative value also. Okay, so write it. Write in this way. In first case, if tan x is equal to 1 by root 3, so in first quadrant and third quadrant, so you write tan pi by 6 and tan pi minus pi by 6. Sorry, positive value, no, plus pi by 6. So that is equal to tan pi by 6 and tan 5 pi by 6. So your value of x are pi by 6 and 5 pi by 6 for positive value of x. For positive value of x, here you have two values. Now in second case, yes, right here, second case, if tan x is equal to minus 1 by root 3, that is negative. So tan x is negative in second quadrant and fourth quadrant. So you can write tan pi minus pi by 6 and tan 2 pi minus pi by 6. 2 pi minus pi by 6. You write in this way. And simplifying to you have 5 pi by 6, and here you have 11 pi by 6.
5 pi 1 6 or 11 pi by 6.
Okay.
5 pi
So-
by 6
and 11
and
pi by
11
6.
pi
So
by
here you see that your one value here you obtained 5 pi by 6. So overall, your complete value from 0 to 2 pi is what? What is your complete value? Final solution. Told me. What is your common solution? Pi by 6, you can take it. 5 pi by 6, you can take it. And 11 pi by 6. Okay. And oh, sorry. Here you have beta 7 pi by 6.
7 pi by 6.
Yes, yes. Here you have 7 pi by 6. So write it. Write all values for the principal value. So write it in this way. Hence principal solution are, yes, write your final answer. Hence principal solution are pi by 6, 5 pi by 6, 7 pi by 6, and 11 pi by 6. And 11 pi by 6. So in this way, you have your answer. Noted. So I think all you know how to find the principal solution of any trigonometric equations. Okay. Now, for general solution, in case of general solution, you also find the principal solution. But if you are think about the that is formula for the general solution, one of the term alpha is given in each of the formula. Okay, alpha. So what is alpha? Actually, alpha is the least value of principal solution. Least value of principal solution. Getting my point? Suppose if you are taking the same example which are given here, 2 tan inverse square x and sec square x is equal to 2. Here you see that your general solution, sorry, principal solution have 4 values. But out of all these 4 values, your least value is pi by 6. So pi by 6 is the value of alpha in its general solution. Getting my point? That is the alpha is the value of, means the value of alpha is pi by 6, which is least value. Understand? So in general solution, you always putting the least value of principal solution. Understand? So write next question. Find the general solution of the following equations. Yes, right. Find the general solution of the following equations. And your first question is cos 3x is equal to 0. Cos 3x is equal to 0. Okay. And you have to find the general solution of it. So what you do? You have to learn the formula. What is that? You know, since cos x is equal to 0, then just write here if also. If cos x is equal to 0,
Pi minus
then x is equal to 2n plus 1 pi
2
by
pi
2. But here you have 3x. In place of x, here you have 3x. So you can write 3x is equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. You write in this way. Means on right side, you have to write the formula as it is. And here you write the terms which is with x. So 3x is equal to in this way. So the value of x is 2n plus 1 pi by 6. So that is your general solution. So x is equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 6 is your general solution. Note it. In the same way, sine x minus pi by 3 is equal to 0. Sine x minus pi by 3 is equal to 0. So here you know, if sine x is equal to 0, then x is equal to n pi. Use it. So here you have sine x minus pi by 3 0. So write x minus pi by 3 is equal to n pi. Or you can write x is equal to n pi plus pi by 3. So that is your general solution. In the same way, tan 2x plus pi by 12 is equal to 0. Yes, applying same formula. What is that? If tan x is equal to 0, then x is equal to n pi. So here you have 2x plus pi by 12 is equal to n pi, or 2x is equal to n pi minus pi by 12. So the value of x is
X equal to
n pi by 2
n pi minus pi by 24.
pi by 24. So in this way, you can very easily find the value of general solution if you learn the formula of there is only 7 formulas are there, 7 here and 3 formula for 0, value 0. So okay, so the time is about to over. Okay, goodbye and Jai Hind. Yes, note it. And learn all the formula for general solution. Okay, but thank you. Done?